So, no, do you want me to review a little bit of Michael? Yes or no? It might be really late on your part, so maybe you're like too sleepy. If not, I'm probably yeah, okay. The stuff keeping you up. I see. Alright, let me change the title. I don't want to be misleading. I think my dolphin is like pretty out of it. No. Oh wait, my Japanese were. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because I think my Japanese says it were crashing. I can do it on US. 2-3 versions ago, I'm like 1,000 versions ago. But I don't really care about that. The thing is, I think for some reason the configuration, the settings got fucked up for no reason. That is what I'm worried about. I don't really worry about having an quote unquote old version. Because something that happens is, can you see the game, right? Okay. Something that happened is when I go to my last save state. Oh, now it's working. Never mind. I don't even know. It was not rendering the image of this of the save state, but I've been open DME. Okay. All right, so the first thing you gotta look for is how is your sanity bar here, your sanity timer. This is gonna be like a scuff advanced tutorial, advanced Michael tutorial, because there's not that big of a difference between advanced and not advanced, really. Oh my god, I don't even remember how to play this game. Okay. Feels so slow after playing so much. Yeah, no, I remember that, but I forgot that I need to hold down L always. That one I forgot it. So your timer would be on a certain spot depending on how clean your first part of the chapter is. So here I'm using save state to get the cleaner movement. Not supposed to jump, I mean to punch there. Here you punch. And then we do the puzzle. So you see the timer doesn't advance during the puzzle. Okay? Unless you do other fancy stuff, but I'm actually not gonna go onto that stuff because it's on Japanese it loses time, and on US it's either tied or saves like 0.1. I don't know. It probably doesn't save a whole lot, and it has like self-lock potential. It's like, no. Let's don't think about that trick. You see, effect timer is the number you have to look at. Really. It's the only important number right now. When that hits 3,600, yeah, it's a select strat. And there's actually a safe way to do it, but you lose time on Japanese. At least. Because you gotta watch a pre-render. So 3,600 is a sanity effect, okay? So you can do a little sneak there to do a turnaround. Timer keeps going on this dimension. Alright, so you see it's fairly close to 3,600. But this is still enough time for you to input the next thing, which is you want to attack this door. You have to attack this door for the advanced strat. Otherwise, the advanced strat is super awkward and usually doesn't work. You can still do it, but usually doesn't work. Or it's just awkward. Like, you want to avoid that. So, you will probably just avoid the advanced strat if you don't attack this door, okay? Yeah, it still goes in the boot dimension. And it's important that you go through this door before the thingy. Before the timer, because if you wait until after the timer, you see I still have a bunch of time, a lot of time. That's a sanity effect. I got lucky and I didn't got anything this time, but you will get a sanity effect here. That's not good. You don't want that. So, but again, why I'm showing you the timer is because you can use the ME to see how close you are to the timer with the movement you have right now. Okay, that's like a general thing. So if you see that you're too close to 3,600, although I've never seen a sanity effect on your runs, so you're probably very alright with that. And yeah, so the thing is, you're gonna need this extra second to do an attack here. And no, you don't match, because you want to get the attack. So you wait until you see the prompt and then do the thing, okay? Because you need the attack. And then here, since you got the attack, you're looking inside the room. So, oh holy shit, this might be bad. Let's see if I actually have the correct spells. Probably not. Yeah, because this is like pretty old. Oh, you sucker. Please let me go back. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. So your assignments are this, right? That's there, and Trapper, yeah. That's it, that's it. Okay, so let's imagine that didn't happen. So you are here after the book. You attack. And then here, you do a pull, okay? You do a pull, a free pull into a reveal. Okay, so you're gonna do free pull, that's a pull. We do it free, and then you run until, like, you run a little bit to get close to the trapper, but not close enough so you will activate it. Just run a little bit so the trapper starts moving, like, because it notices you, so it's gonna start turning around, but still not gonna be activated. And then, so you run a little bit and do a reveal. There. Wait for the reveal to stop, like, you don't move here until the pull is done. So right here, you're waiting a tiny bit until the pull is done. Once the pull is done, you start moving. There's no visual cue, sadly. You just gotta feel it. Okay, so You stop here in place with R, and you start moving at a certain point. You actually have a lot of time, and the cool thing about this is you're always gonna see the trapper. You're always gonna know where the trapper is. You're never gonna get caught by it if you stop around here. And the trapper is always gonna be in place because you were running. Okay? So you wait a little bit until the pool finishes. Then you move. There you go. Then just keep going. And here you're gonna do the normal stuff like recoveries. And there's a chance that you get a triple cast here and the recovery doesn't cancel. It doesn't matter, okay? Just don't care about it. If you see the recovery just not canceling, just go ahead. Then there's another recovery here. So you see on this room you will just go straight. No reveal here. Then one record here, which will be enough for this room too. So no record on this one. And then on this room, you're gonna do a record around here, around the Mantorok zombie. Not at the end of the room. That is enough. Here, you don't stop, you run. Okay? You need to, like, practice your movement here, because running is actually safer. Because if you run immediately, the trapper will start turning around instead of keep walking, which can mess your line. But the curve right here, it's kind of a 90 degrees. You go kind of like to the middle and then to the door, okay? Yeah, you can do like all the multicast you want. As soon as you don't do 4 casts at the same time, because that's gonna crash the game. But again, practice this room to always do it running immediately, because that running is the reason why you can do the previous recovery so early. Okay? You can't just waste time on this room. And why is all that? Because you want it early, so you will have the most amount of magic on this part. Because for the next part, you want the most amount of magic. So here, I'm gonna go here. As soon as you see one red color, you can cast the summon. There. And the closer you do it to the red color thingy, the better your trapper position will be. So you see, this was pretty good. The trapper is like right next to the thing, okay? Now, of course, also the more scary it is, because if you do it just before the red thingy, you will get the trapper cancel, and then everything goes to hell. Your entire Michael sucks. And then here, you do a quick animation, a quick trapper cancel. So to do that, you press A and then press start. I don't actually know how many frames you have, but I think it's a lot. Like, I really think it's a bunch of frames. Like, let's actually test it. So I press A on frame 1. Let's press 2 together. Even that works, look at that. But you definitely don't want to do that, because it's dangerous. So you can do start after the trapper. So how many frames after the trapper? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look, you even have like 10 frames after A. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Look, 15 frames. You press A, and then after pressing A, you have up to 15 frames to press start. And that will recover control of Michael immediately. You don't have to watch the trapper dying. The same is true for all the trappers. well, let's say just Roberto. The Roberto Trapper, you can also do that. The Peter Trapper, never do it, because that one is a 2-frame window. 2 to 7 frame, okay? But it's random how much of a window you're gonna have on Peter, because it depends on the war timer, and it's impossible to know where you are on the frame, the war timer, so it's effectively a 2-frame window, not worth it. Here, it seems to be up to 50, 15. Look, 20 even. $25. It's like so easy. Like you almost have half a second. Look at that. So you press A, then press start. And then don't get grabbed by these fuckers. What I normally do, because you're going so fast after canceling the trapper that the collision is still here, okay? So if I go too fast, you see the collision is still there. So what I normally do is I do an extra swing on the room, which doesn't look optimal, and it probably isn't, but it helps with the zombies. So press A, start. I usually go like that, or I don't know. I spend like an extra time there. That also repositions the zombies on better places for the next trip. Yeah, start right after you explode the trapper, exactly. And then get ready, because you're gonna recover Michael Moomer immediately. Didn't know why. Yeah, it's actually not a thing if you don't cancel the trapper. Yeah, I was thinking about the advanced strat and I didn't like make the connection. Probably. So you do that, and then you stall a little bit with Michael, just a little bit. So then you're gonna get here. You don't need to punch this. Just press B with R. Always press R when you don't punch doors on ladders. Then here you match the pool, and as soon as the pool ends, you just press B. You don't need to turn around, because the climb up is already there. Okay? Then here, if you are able, I recommend to time this ladder after the effect to get the punch, because that makes the movement here easier. And here, my strat is, I do that. It's not that scary. Like, honestly. Just try it a couple times. You'll see it's not that hard. Just like walk in circles close to it. It's usually 2 if you're too close. You can even do 3 if you're not that close. So that takes the first trapper, always. And if that doesn't take the second one, you can do that, you know? And that's why the 3 sometimes is better, because you can do that and then you get both. But that one's more scary. But definitely you can get to, like, close to them. And then the thing is, the one on the right is easier to get from this angle. So you really want to exploit the one on the left earlier, because that's usually the hard one to get. Like, for example, if I do this. Okay, that's the one on the right. And then this one is usually very awkward. Oh, I got caught. I want to explode this one, just to show. Because this one is too far away from the camera. So it's usually like more scary to go farther, etc. But again, the 2 circle is very consistent, actually. And the thing is, you don't actually need to be sick on that part, okay? Because at the end of the day, you still need to wait. You see, my magic is not even close, right? But there is a difference between, like, let's say I do this, and I take a whole lot here. Like, around there, it's fine. If you take all that time, because you're gonna reach this, and you're gonna have all the magic you need, right? Like, once you get closer to the horrors, like around here, you have all the magic you need. But it is bad when you spend a whole lot of time in this room, and you are like actually full on magic here. Then you're losing time, okay? But yeah, if you get the sickest trapper, you still need to dance here. So we gotta dance a little bit. And then here, there is reactionary strats. You can react to double arm. It's hard, it's complicated, but you can do it. What you should do is, you need to get familiar with how double arm attacks look. So you, right here, you have to be always looking at the horrors. What the fuck are they doing? You know, when they start the double arm attack, they do this immediately. They rise both arms. If you see any of that, you wait, okay? You just wait. That's a double arm. That's another double arm. Double arm attacks have area attack. They attack all the enemies that are around it, while single target can never hit you, because it's always targeting the other horror. The double arm, exactly. And the thing is, double arms have a lot of lag. There was another one there, right? So if you react to avoid, like the first one, for example. Okay, so that's double. Let's go again. So if you reacted in time, you will have probably enough time, so on your way back, you also won't get a double. So no double there. The only bad part of reacting to this, and I recommend reacting, because if you just go YOLO, or let's say, what I'm trying to say is not good to always wait, okay? Because if you're not getting a double arm, you will still get electricity, okay? If you wait, which will be avoided if you don't wait. Because the electricity kind of resets between the fade out, after the fade out. The attacks of the horrors, though, don't, okay? So you don't just pay attention to the horrors during this or before grabbing the bomb, also after grabbing the bomb. So, okay, double arm, another double arm. I kind of want to see if I can get between the two double arms to show. Okay, so pay attention to what the horrors are doing. What are they doing? Like, so this one is roaring, for example. They're gonna be doing the same thing after. So you see, they're in the same state. So let's say you get to this point, you grab the thing, and you notice one of them is preparing a double arm, okay? Then after this, you know, okay, a double arm is incoming, so I'm gonna stall here a little bit until the double arm finishes. And worst case scenario, you're gonna get electricity, which is still a little bit of magic, but definitely not as bad as a as an arm attack. And the thing about the armor attack is not just that it damages you, that's bad, but the thing is it does double that damage to magic. That's the actual problem of Michael, because he doesn't have any magic. So the big problem here is the magic, really, not even the health. You can recover some of the health, but the magic takes forever. So let's say the ultra safe strat would be to just wait and see what they do, and then go. Even that actually saves an electricity. Let's see on the way back. So that's a double arm. Not a whole lot I could do about that one because I was like moving already. I guess you can wait a little bit there too. You can actually wait a little bit there to see if they do anything bad. Still don't get electricity. Look at that. So it is possible. There is safe strats here. They probably don't cost that much. Now here. This part is important. If you do get a double arm attack and your magic is in trouble, you cast a pool. Okay? It's always a good backup. You just cast another without pool, because dancing with a pool it's way better than dancing without it, okay? Now let's go for the normal strat first. So what you do here is you grab this thing, and then here you match start, get here, and we're gonna go for spells. So there's that, shield, and pull up, and then this spell here, right? So once we do this, we're gonna cast free shields. The reason why we cast free shields is for two reasons. One is to recover magic, the other one is to do a multicast, okay? This multicast is free, because it's a free cast. No, but it's free and it saves a lot of time. So you unpause, shield, free shield, dance around, and as soon as you see the Chaturga being light up here, you pause. Okay, so you saw the Chaturga being light up. That means there's only one Paragon left for the spell to finish. This dance around is just enough time to have enough magic for the enchant item. Oh, actually, you're supposed to, on this pause, I forgot about this. Then chill, then free cast. So dance around, wait until the Chaturga. There it is. It won't make any sounds, by the way. Like, the names won't be said because you did a free cast. So you did a pause. So you have to look at the Chaturga. You get the Chaturga, enchant item 7, and you're gonna enchant this item. Once you do an enchant, you wait for the Paragon, the first Paragon, and as soon as that is finished, that means the shield finish, you can run. There it is. If you can't see the Paragon, because it's kind of hard to see with all those runes, you can pay attention to the shields. As soon as you see the shields, you can run. Oh, shields, there you go. So then you walk during this spell. So that's the multicast. And we would even walk with the two spells and do a multicast, but he just doesn't have enough magic. That's the problem. And that's why we need to dance around a little bit. It's scary how fast your menus are. Really? I really think like your menus are getting pretty fast too. Like, I think you are a faster button masher than me. It's just that sometimes you get lost on the menus. Like, I feel like on average I'm faster, but you look like you have faster inputs. Because that's something I notice in your runs. You're like super fast to, like, for example, like when you go here to press this, you know, get all the A's that you need to cast something, you're like insanely fast. Or like with assigns, the problem is sometimes you take too much time to go from one assign to another, or to the next page or whatever. But your input velocity is pretty good, at least. Yeah, and with this you already saved a lot of time. Okay, you are already like saving a bunch of time. You can do something else here if you want. It's completely like it's an add up around the, I always forget exactly when it is, but I think it's around here, like on the second arc, more or less. You can do a no magic message, and then you can keep running, you know, because that kind of cancels or allows you to move during the item spin, or not even the spin, the item rise. So if all the timing went well, I think it's on the second arc, pretty much. No, that was like too early. Yeah, I guess the third arc then. The third seems safe. So 1, 2, no. After the second one, I guess. I always forget where this is. I always try to go for it on runs, but I don't usually get it. So like around here. Yeah, it's around the second. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, the problem about this one is that you actually need to do it fairly close to the item rise to actually save time, because otherwise you're wasting too much time just with the no magic message. That's the problem about this thread. For example, like if I get the no magic message like here, you're waiting forever to start moving. Boys, please. You can actually count the runes. Not exactly the sound of the runes, but try to pay attention when the spell started, kinda, and then start counting with the rhythm. But you actually don't want to hear any sound cues, because sometimes they get delayed, depending on multicast especially. And then of course you want to match B there. So it barely saves any time. The thing that really saves time and is really like recommended, and you actually like, you are just one step from doing that actually, which is just moving, literally just that, is like start the spell at the Chaturga of the shields, and then start moving as soon as you see the shields. And that's it. And yeah, from there it's just the same, because you do the pull here, right? On this room. Yeah. Now, if you're running low on magic, I already got rid of all my save states, but if you're running out of low on magic, the only important spell here is the shield. Let's say you don't have enough magic, okay? I still have the other emulator. Let's run out of magic. player. That's magic. You have 0. I just got in, like, you dance around a little bit. You probably made a pool or something. And just enough to make a shield, okay? Shield is 60. You have 75, so it's not even full magic for the shield, okay? So you do the shield. You can still free cast and walk around a little bit. But the walk around won't be enough for an enchantment, okay? Because you're just not full, so just finish the shield. It's fine. You finish the shield. Okay. Now we keep running. Don't dance. Never. Never ever dance. Just keep going. Because at the end of this, you might have enough. I still don't have quite enough. But maybe around here. Yeah, that's enough. Sadly, you cannot free cast this one because it's an enchant item. I mean, you can do it, but you're gonna need another spell. And then just keep going. And you're gonna recover magic on this part. So you can cast, you might be able to cast the pool on this corner before the horror. So before making eye contact with the horror, here. You see, I just have enough. You want to do it before the horror so the horror doesn't mess with you. And you also don't want to do it at the beginning of a room, because at the beginning of a room, you're gonna get side damage. Like, sooner or later, your shields will disappear if you don't have a pull yet. So you don't want to risk that. This is usually a good spot if you're running low on magic. And from here, it's totally fine. Like, you're totally, absolutely safe. You might even never lose that shield. And yeah, that's Advanced Michael. So you see, really, Advanced Michael is not that far away from the strats I already gave on the workshop. And again, there is some safe strats for the horrors. If you like take a like an intuition of them and like review them, I think some of them can be pretty safe. Like, you can always wait if you want. Because the thing is, if you get caught by a double arm, one double arm, it's probably like 20 seconds, I would say. I can actually tell you exactly how much it is. Like, let's see. Give me a second. Because I'm curious too. I actually want to know. So, enemies. For Uyos, medium does 5 damage with normal attack. No, 5 I think is the attacks. Shock, stomp, 1 arm, 2 arms. Okay, so it's 25. It's 50. It's fucking 50. I think you're full right there, or not? No, you're probably, you spend what do you spend there? You spend a bind. A bind and a recovery, but you recover the magic of one of them. So you're probably gonna be 0 magic there. Michael has 75. But like, worst case scenario, you're recovering 50. Which I don't think so. Like, I think worst case scenario, you don't even have 50, it's less than that. You probably have like 30, maybe. And then if you have 30 initial magic, 0, 30, That is 20 seconds. 12 if you have a pool. That's why the pool is useful. Now, of course, there is this thing that if you cast a pool, you're actually wasting 30, right? So the real question here would be, okay, what is faster? Like getting from 0 to a shield, for example, okay? That's 24 seconds. Or to get up to 30. So that'll be 20. Shit. 20 here. And then another 30 with this would be 32. And without the pool, it's 40. So you see, a pool is always better. Plus, it will help you later, because that's not gonna be the last spell you're gonna cast. So if you get a double arm, always pull. And you can pull Ujal pull on the electricity room, because that's more or less when your previous pull will run out. Don't do it before that. It's just not necessary, and you might not even have magic for that still, so. Yeah. I hope that's useful. Not just for you, but for anyone. I might upload an edited version of that to YouTube. Like Advanced Michael. Sign checks out, yeah. Alright, now I'm good. I need to eat something. So, talking about Michael. This Michael getting inside this thing. Yeah, I did it with Michael specifically because, again, the distance between advanced and not advanced is not that big on Michael. Plus, it's a chore one, so I can actually cover the entire thing on just one session. Whereas on others, I actually need to like do an entire tutorial of just one trick. I can't actually run these days. Oh, I see. Is that because of everything that's happening there, or because of something else? Good luck with the practice. Sure. Well, this actually got into a long stream. I guess that's what happens when I do practice and then a run and then a tutorial. Can't really do 2-hour RTA run. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, take care. No, please. Take care. Fight if you need to fight, but also take care. Definitely. Hopefully you're alright. And if you need anything from the Eternal side, you just tell me.